Right now, a massive mess. Cars, trucks, and semis smashed on I-94 in western Wisconsin, sending people to the hospital and creating huge backups on a busy travel day. Also, another pill to treat COVID is on the way, but there's a more pressing pandemic need the White House hopes to fix now. Also, the jury comes back with verdicts in the Kim Potter trial after a long stretch of deliberations. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. The cleanup from this, a huge pileup in western Wisconsin, will take quite some time. It was a miserable and dangerous start to a very busy travel day. More than 24 people were hurt in the crash near Eau Claire after rain froze over, making the highway extremely slick. Traffic was backed up for miles as crews cleared the scene. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now joins us with a look at the DOT cameras in that area. Gary.
I-94 is still closed through much of west central Wisconsin. Let's start out by taking a look at what happened this morning. There's the live view from the DOT camera. This is at I-94 in Wisconsin, 121 looking to the southeast. Traffic is getting back onto I-94 at that point. Notice no traffic heading northwest bound still or coming in from the northwest. So that's where the eastbound traffic can get back on. Westbound is closed well before that. Let's take a look at the radar from early this morning, and you can see that this little band of some light snow and some freezing drizzle moved through right between Osseo and Black River Falls, and that's what caused the pile up there. Now, right now, I-94 closed westbound beginning at Black River Falls all the way up to Osseo. You need to use US 12 and US 53 or US 12 and US 10 as alternates there. Heading southbound, you have to get off at Osseo and get back on at Northfield using US 10, US 53, and Wisconsin 121. I think if you're heading up to the Twin Cities tonight, you might be better off just taking I-90 through La Crosse and then heading up US 52 through Rochester to bypass this area. Now, as we look at Doppler track right now, things have really settled down across much of the upper Midwest. Just some light snow showers up in upper Michigan and Michigan. Those are heading away from us. This morning, temperatures started out in the teens north of Madison and the 20s from Madison southward, but we've been up to 39 in Madison and in the low to mid 40s to our south and west. And that's a sign of things to come. Right now, temperatures are still in the lower to middle 30s, but with cloud cover thickening up overnight, those temperatures will start rising again, and by tomorrow morning we'll be back into the middle 30s. Tomorrow during the day there's a chance for a rain shower, maybe a little bit of fog and some drizzle, but our high temperature for Christmas Eve at 47 degrees. We're not going to see a white Christmas this year, and I'll have more on the holiday forecast into Christmas Day in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, we'll see you then. Amazingly, no one was killed in that I-94 pileup. Multiple crashes involved more than 100 vehicles. Video from witnesses shows some of those vehicles on fire. Several emergency agencies responded to the scene around 5:45 this morning. They found a semi in the median on fire with 2 passenger vehicles underneath it. Several secondary crashes and runoffs also occurred in the area. More than 20 ambulances were called to the scene. Reports show victims suffered from trauma, scrapes, and broken bones. The interstate closed in both directions for hours. It still is. The patrol blamed freezing rain for icy conditions shortly before 6 a.m. along the I-94 corridor from Menominee to Black River Falls. Here's a look at the 511 traffic map right now. You can see I-94 West is still closed right now, as Gary mentioned, from US 12 to Wisconsin 27 to beyond US 10. In other news, after days of deliberation, a jury came back with verdicts in both counts against former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter early this afternoon.
We, the jury, on the charge of manslaughter in the first degree, find the defendant guilty.
Potter was found guilty of 2 counts of manslaughter. She shot and killed 20-year-old Dante Wright during a traffic stop back in April. In her testimony, Potter said the shooting was an accident. She thought she was holding her taser. After the verdict, Potter was taken from the courtroom in handcuffs and will be held without bond until her sentencing hearing. Potter could serve up to 7 years in prison for the most serious charge. And after the verdict was read, cheers broke out outside the Hennepin County Courthouse this afternoon. Dante Wright's mother was among those inside the courtroom. Tonight, she says she's feeling every single emotion.
Oh my gosh. The moment that we heard guilty on the manslaughter 1, emotions, every single emotion that you could imagine just running through your body at that moment. I kind of let out a yelp because it was built up in the anticipation of what was to come while we were waiting for the last few days. and now we've been able to process it.
Attorneys for the Wright family say they are relieved the justice system provided a measure of accountability, but they also want more focus on the overall conduct of the Brooklyn Center Police Department and the failures they say that led to Wright's death. A Rock County doctor does not want you to cancel your holiday plans, but it said it's not too late to make sure you're getting together safely tomorrow or this weekend. Dr. Dan Beardmore says if your family is vaccinated and people you'll be gathering with are vaccinated, then you shouldn't have anything to worry about. But because the new COVID variant is highly contagious, Beardmore suggests families who aren't yet vaccinated to reduce the size of your gatherings. He also suggests wearing masks or rescheduling holiday events because even younger children can become gravely ill from COVID.
Let's say it's only, 1%. That's 1 out of 100. Well, it's going to be easy for that to run through a big school of a couple hundred kids. And yeah, that could make a couple of kids pretty sick. And if we can prevent any, we should.
Dr. Beardmore also urges anyone who hasn't vaccinated their children to do so immediately. He says kids ages 5 through 11 have shown the most tolerance for the vaccines, and it is very effective. The FDA approves another antiviral pill to treat COVID, but many Americans face more concerns of where to get tested as cases surge just before the holidays. Michael George has the details.
Merck released video of its manufacturing process to create a COVID-19 treatment pill that high-risk adults can take at home when they have no other options. The federal government has purchased 3 million doses, which should be shipped out by the end of January. The FDA authorized use of the drug a day after giving the same authorization for Pfizer's antiviral pill, Paxlovid, which has been found to significantly reduce the risk of hospitalization for those at risk of serious illness.
All tools are on the table, including the use of the Defense Production Act to get Pfizer the things they need to produce this antiviral as quickly as possible.
But the most pressing concern right now for the White House is making more tests available. This was the long line of cars waiting at a test site in Lynn, Massachusetts Thursday morning. It was the same situation in Fort Myers, Florida. The Biden administration says it's doing all it can to improve the situation.
We're not where we need to be on testing. No one is saying we are. That's why we have tried to take additional rapid steps and be as bold and ambitious as we can with the available supply that is on the market.
Today, New York City announced it's scaling back New Year's Eve in Times Square, reducing the crowds from 58,000 to 15,000. And everyone will be required to show proof of vaccination and remain masked. Visitors also won't be allowed entry until 3 p.m., much later than previous years. Those who can't medically get vaccinated will be allowed to show a negative PCR test taken within 72 hours of New Year's Eve. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And Universal Orlando announced starting tomorrow it will again require masks at indoor spaces. Well, you may have noticed flags at half staff around the state today. That was to honor a Volk Field security officer who recently died from COVID complications. Chad Christensen was from Baraboo. He got sick with COVID while on duty and died on Saturday. Volk Field staff posted on Facebook that Christensen enjoyed all things outdoors, including coyote hunting and fishing. A memorial service was held for Christensen in Iowa earlier today. Christensen was 49 years old. Dane County deputies arrested a 19-year-old man but are still searching for someone they think committed an armed robbery yesterday. It happened on Taylor Lane in Dunkirk Wednesday afternoon. Police say the 19-year-old and the other suspect knew the victims and robbed them at gunpoint once invited into the home. The victims told police the suspects damaged some items in the home before leaving with a wallet, shotgun, and a .22 caliber handgun. Anyone with information about the crime should call the sheriff's tip line at 608-284-6900. The FBI Milwaukee office wants you to keep an eye out for a man facing charges for child sex trafficking. 39-year-old Adrian Cortez Edwards is considered armed and dangerous. He's 6 feet tall, weighs 185 pounds, and has a Wisconsin Badgers W neck tattoo. The FBI is offering a $5,000 reward. If you see Edwards, call 911. A judge will decide if Wisconsin's election administrator needs to testify in private before Michael Gableman, but we may not know for several more weeks. Attorneys on both sides of the matter argued in Dane County Court for more than 2 hours today. Former Justice Gableman wants the courts to force Administrator Megan Wolf to testify for his elections investigation. Attorney General Josh Call asked a judge to block the orders. Judge Rhonda Lanford today made no ruling, but said she'd file a written decision on or before January 10th. What happens in this case will impact a case in Waukesha County Court, where Gableman's attorneys are pushing for Satya Rose Conway and Green Bay's mayor to testify as well. UW Carbone Cancer Center is recognizing the 50th anniversary of the National Cancer Act. The act was signed by President Richard Nixon 50 years ago today in an effort to commit to the war on cancer. UW Carbone has been at the forefront of not just fighting cancer, but shaping how to fight it. In the 1930s, Dr. Frederick Mose, a surgeon at UW Hospital and Clinics, developed a procedure to treat patients with skin cancer that is still used today. But Dr. Howard Bailey says more work needs to be done.
We can't stress enough to all of our community, please work on getting your screening, your health maintenance done. If anything, the hospitals and clinics are as safe or safer than a lot of the places that they're frequenting right now when it comes to the pandemic.
And now, thanks to the National Cancer Act, cancer is more preventable and treatable. Well, the goal was 600. In reality, more people than any of the last 5 years showed up to donate blood at the Alliant Energy Center today. The Red Cross hosted its 36th holiday blood drive. A total of 745 donors showed up between 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. The Red Cross and other blood banks desperately need donations right now. Supplies are low enough in places like Madison's Meritor Hospital that they're canceling non-urgent operations that have a high bleed risk. People who donated today got a free T-shirt and food. Well, not so fast. Just when the Badgers thought they had a replacement opponent, tonight's basketball game is off. UW canceled against George Mason, a game set for 6 p.m. at the Kohl Center. It's due to positive COVID cases in the men's basketball program. Morgan State was the original opponent for tonight's game, but Morgan State had to back out after they experienced some COVID issues. So UW found George Mason to play. A UW women's game scheduled for this afternoon was also canceled due to COVID issues in that Badger program. Well, it's official. Milwaukee's long-serving former mayor is now the U.S. ambassador to Luxembourg. Tom Barrett took the oath of office this morning. Elaine Rojas Castillo has the details.
I, Thomas Barrett,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support and defend
the
Constitution of the United States.
The ceremony was held in the same courtroom where Barrett once served as a law clerk. Judge Lynn Edelman swore him in. The judge served alongside Barrett years ago in the Wisconsin State Senate.
I think there's a really nice symmetry in the fact that Tom's being sworn in for this important position, which is where he started his career and his distinguished career in public life.
As he looks ahead for what's to come, Barrett thanked his family, friends, and the residents of the city for their support.
It is with great enthusiasm and humility that today I begin the next chapter of my career as the ambassador to Luxembourg. I look forward to this assignment. I think it'll be exciting. I think it'll be challenging. And it's one that I am truly, truly honored to serve.
Well, Barrett now heads to Washington for final meetings with the State Department before landing in Luxembourg in late January. Well, coming up at 5 after decades of #1 hits is Coldplay calling it quits. Details after the break. And later, we take a closer look at the COVID pill treatments that were recently approved by the FDA. That's details coming up at 6. And on Wall Street, a record-setting day. The Dow Industrials up 196 points. The NASDAQ up 131. The S&P 500 set a record high, gaining 29 points. And we'll be right back.
Come celebrate home for the holidays at Ashley Home Store. Get our very best winter home styles at savings of up to 53% off. Plus, no interest financing for 5 years. Millions of dollars worth of product in stock and ready to be delivered. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Menards has the tools you need to complete your projects, stocked and ready to go. Known for innovative designs and affordable prices, Works provides power and ease to get the job done right. Pick up a brad nailer for those weekend projects or save on a switch reach driver for jobs around the house. Save big money this season with innovative tools from WISC at Menards. Give the perfect gift with a Menards gift card today.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
You know what I'm going to miss most about space?
What's that?
How easy it is to keep up my saving habit. There's nothing to buy up here.
We're making it easier to save on Earth, too. When you open a savings builder account at BMO Harris, you can get a cash reward for every month you save.
Anything to help launch my savings?
Sure. When you open a checking account, we'll give you $200 to kickstart your savings progress.
$200 and a monthly savings reward.
It's a way to save that won't weigh you down. It's a little space humor.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Your last chance to get the best deals of the year on Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling trucks for 44 years straight. Only a few more days to save on our full lineup of Ford SUVs. Hurry in. It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Now get an Edge with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers today.
If a nurse is what you want to be, let Herzing University make it possible in lots of different ways. Whether you're planning to become a nurse for the first time or take your nursing career to the next level, Herzing offers learning options and a choice of nursing pathways, all with personal care and support. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. Be exactly the nurse you want to be.
I'm possible at Herzing. I'm possible at Herzing.
I'm possible at Herzing.
I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Come celebrate home for the holidays at Ashley Home Store. Get our very best winter home styles at savings of up to 53% off. Plus, no interest financing for 5 years. Millions of dollars worth of product in stock and ready to be delivered. Only at Ashley Home Store.
We visited many holiday favorites so far this season. Tomorrow morning, we're taking a look back at some of our favorite moments in the 608. Plus, we'll take a look at your Christmas forecast. Could we see some snow on Christmas Day? See you at 4:30.
Be prepared for winter weather. Trust the First One Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info, keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified most accurate team. First One Weather, only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. The Grammy-winning band Coldplay is planning to release its final album in 2025. Frontman Chris Martin announced the news on BBC Radio 2 this week. He says Coldplay will continue to tour and maybe collaborate with other artists. The band released their first album, Parachutes, in 2000. Since then, they put out 9 studio albums. This announcement comes as Coldplay embarks on its first tour in years. Let's get a look now at your certified most accurate weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Not a white Christmas this year.
No, certainly doesn't look that way. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Expect unseasonably mild weather for not only Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day, even though Christmas Day will be the cooler of the 2. There'll be a few showers on Christmas Eve. Also, maybe some drizzle or fog. Rudolph probably come in handy for Santa on Friday night because there'll also be some drizzle or fog that could linger into early on Christmas Day morning. But then seasonably cold weather returns for next week. There'll be a couple of chances for some light snow, maybe a mix more likely from Sunday afternoon into Monday morning, and then again Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. For Christmas Eve itself, look at that high temperature, 47 degrees. Temperatures start out around freezing tomorrow morning and are in the mid to upper 40s by late afternoon. Maybe a shower midday, but plenty of clouds. That'll keep the temperatures up, and also some fog and drizzle. Christmas Day, just not quite as mild. We'll start with some clouds, maybe a little drizzle in the morning. Have to watch out for areas north of Madison. There could be a little freezing drizzle or a few flurries, but notice those temperatures getting quickly above freezing, and then by afternoon up around 40 degrees here in Madison, with some sunshine returning during the afternoon. As far as those traveling, again, we're looking at pretty good conditions around here. All the weather action out west, heavy snow in the mountains, rain along the coast there. But as that system moves eastward, it'll either move to the south of us or just kind of sideswipe us as it moves on through. As we head into Christmas Day afternoon, you can see some sunshine starting to return here as the one part of the storm goes up to the north, the other goes off to the east. And then as we head into Sunday, maybe a little better chance for some light rain or snow. Again, we're close to the dividing line there. That ends early on Monday morning. A similar system comes through on Tuesday. Same thing, some rain or snow showers. That shouldn't amount to very much. And then temperatures turn colder. Notice the winds more out of the west and northwest, at least for a time, as we head toward New Year's Eve. And notice then some clearing here. The next weather system for New Year's Eve and into New Year's Day will stay to the south of us. Otherwise, as we check out Doppler track right now, the flurries that we had this morning and then the freezing rain that they had over west central Wisconsin moving into Michigan right now, you can see where the snow cover is. These are the areas that are going to see the white Christmas this year. Certainly not our part of Wisconsin and much of the central and southern Midwest. As we look at our forecast for tomorrow, look for a high of 47 for Christmas Eve with some fog, drizzle, maybe a couple of rain showers. And for Christmas Day, some morning drizzle and fog, and then we'll see partly sunny skies in the afternoon with a high temperature of 40 degrees. 7 to 10 day forecast, 38 for Sunday and Monday. Again, rain or snow shower chance from Sunday afternoon into Monday morning. A similar system on Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. Those temperatures dropping back into the upper 20s for the end of next week. And as we start the new year, even colder weather. By Sunday, high temperatures only staying in the teens. But right now, just a couple of flurries into New Year's Eve morning. As we check out first warning traffic right now, here's the DOT camera at I-3990 at Milwaukee Street, just south of the I-94 interchange. Traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions along the interstate on the east side of town. Look at the Beltline. A lot of green there. That's good news. Travel moving pretty easily in both directions on the Beltline. A 15-minute trip either way between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading from Madison southward on I-3990 from the Beltline to Janesville will take you 25 minutes. It's a quick 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12 and downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. It'll take you 18 minutes. That's your news for now. First warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Up next, a local man receives a high honor but decides to give up his reward in order to help others. We'll share his story after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer. To the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least. To the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that could take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm David Cohen, the COO of Love Your Teeth. When we did the clinical study and saw that it whitened people's smile 7 shades in 7 days with only 10-minute applications, we knew we had to share it with the world. Love Your Teeth whitens natural teeth, as well as stains on caps and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. And for those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, with Love Your Teeth, you can target that area using swab precision.
I love red wine, tea, coffee, and I typically get stains at like the bottom part of my teeth, and it's very obvious. This was my smile before I started using Love Your Teeth, and then here's my smile now.
I would describe Love Your Teeth as easy to use. I'm so happy with the results. Before I started Love Your Teeth, I took a selfie. So white, so different.
If you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And with each 10-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth.
I'm Dr. Gold. I've been a dentist for 25 years. When I looked at the clinical study for Love Your Teeth, I was blown away by the results. Love Your Teeth really works. Finally, an at-home teeth whitening product that I can recommend with confidence.
With Love Your Teeth, my teeth were looking great. Like, I would just wake up every day like, oh my God, my teeth are getting whiter. It was just amazing for me. I saw a difference every single day. I'm just so confident in the way that my smile looks.
In the past, while I was using other teeth whitening products, my teeth became sensitive, and that's just uncomfortable. With Love Your Teeth, something that I really loved about it is there was zero sensitivity the entire process.
Order Love Your Teeth this holiday season and get 50% off, plus get free shipping. And as an added bonus, get a free Love Your Teeth Go Pen with your order. Visit loveyourteeth.com or call the number on your screen.
Well, it should come as no surprise that a man willing to donate a kidney to a stranger would also donate prize money. That's what Mark Scotch did in Middleton this morning. Scotch won USA Today's Human Triumph of the Year award. He's from north central Wisconsin and decided to ride his bike 1,500 miles to Louisiana to raise awareness for organ donation. The newspaper heard about his work and he was nominated as a finalist, winning the award this month. Scotch decided to donate the $1,250 prize money to Middleton's Restoring Hope Transplant House.
If you're healthy enough to donate, you're healthy enough to live on one kidney. So a lot of this ride is just to prove that, hey, you can donate a life, possibly save a life, probably save a life, and still go back to what you were doing in your old lifestyle.
The transplant house has helped people from almost all 50 states, as well as 8 countries. Mark says he's planning an even longer bike ride next year. You can check out his website, theorgantrail.org, for more information. Well, as the restaurant industry continues to struggle to recruit and retain employees, some hospitality groups are getting creative with hopes of attracting new workers. Chris Wen has the details.
Doing okay?
With the holiday season in full swing, restaurants across the country are busy once again.
It's not easy. It's not the same as it used to be.
But a labor shortage is putting a strain on workers who have faced so much uncertainty since the pandemic began.
It could be soul crushing sometimes.
Yet in some kitchens, a new recipe is in the works, all aimed at preserving employees' mental health.
I love coming in and seeing the staff interact with each other and help each other and just grow together.
DC-based Farmers Restaurant Group has teamed up with online therapy provider Talkspace to offer counseling to the entire staff and their immediate households at no cost.
It's about being treated like a human being and not leaving your problems at the door.
Co-owner Dan Simons says employees who are happy and healthy are less likely to leave, which in turn offers much-needed stability.
And you take the stigma away from mental health and you just make it health, and it makes people want to work for your company longer.
According to an industry survey by the National Restaurant Association, about 78% of restaurant operators say they don't have enough staff to meet customer demand.
We've got a restaurant workforce that wants to put their best foot forward. They want to give customers the best experience.
With restaurants operating on thin profit margins, hospitality experts say more are getting creative with benefits. Some now offer employees access to free financial counseling and professional development. Others are even experimenting with 4-day work weeks for managers.
Greater training, greater opportunities, looking for more ways to explain to people why a restaurant industry job can be so fulfilling for them.
Many restaurants hoping to combine the right ingredients.
You take care of the people take care of the business, you generate a return on investment.
In Washington, I'm Chris Wynn.
And we'll have a final check of your first warn forecast when we come back.
Hey guys. Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this holiday season, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Hey guys.
Hey, Dad.
You ready?
This holiday, U.S. Cellular is doing a little something extra to keep everyone connected. Right now, choose any phone from any brand at any of our stores for free. Plus, save big with unlimited data for our best price of the season, just $30 a month. Now that's a deal to cheer about. Feel the locally grown joy from U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Embrace winter with a cabin getaway. Madison Magazine takes you on a tour of amazing Wisconsin rentals. From rustic to whimsical, high-end to historic, your snowy escape awaits. Check out Madison Magazine online and on newsstands now. Madison Magazine makes holiday gift-giving easy this season. Get 50% off 1- and 2-year subscriptions. Go to store.madisonmagazine.com, enter promo code WINTER2021, and give the gift of Madison Magazine.
Here's what we're working on tonight. On the predicted busiest travel day of the season, what you need to know about upcoming holiday gatherings as Omicron infections soar. We'll check in with Dr. John LaPook tonight. Plus, a jury finds Kim Potter guilty of manslaughter in the shooting death of Dante Wright. How much prison time could the former police officer now face? And one company's mission to bring Christmas cheer to America's proud military families? That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And finally at 5, check out this video. An ice cave in the Swiss Alps. The cave forms naturally on a high-altitude glacier each year. The shape of the cave varies each year. This year's cave has a rounded ceiling made out of thick ice about 5 meters high and about 20 meters long. No ice caves around here, Gary.
No, too warm for that. Freezing here in Madison. We're at 34 degrees. Temperatures right around freezing to our north. Wind chill's really not much of a factor. It'll be a mild Christmas Eve tomorrow with a high of 47 and maybe a rain shower, and up to 40 on Christmas Day before we turn colder for next week.
All right, Gary. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.